Trebor Pena, welcome to Happy Valley.
Yep, thank you. It's good to be here.
When you step on campus here, you get a sense of what Penn State is like. You did your official visit, you're here for the spring game. What is this like so far, just trying to get used to what Penn State is like?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's so different. Like, all the people walking in the streets in the college town, it's really like such a great atmosphere, and it's very exciting to be around.
You grew up in New York City, went on to play at Syracuse. You're now here, as you said, in the middle of nowhere, but all of a sudden there's Beaver Stadium when you start driving around, and we're here downtown at Buffalo Wild Wings, and there's a ton of restaurants and bars and students. Are you getting a chance to kind of feel the energy here? You see Penn State football all over the place. Are you starting to feel that energy?
Yeah, I definitely am. I know. I see players walking, or people walking across the streets with all the jerseys on, and everybody's so excited, and it's just great to be part of something like this.
So for you, you commit to Penn State out of the portal. You were the #1 recruit in the portal. What were those conversations like as you're trying to figure out, where am I going to play in the fall? What do I want in a school? What was it like being in the portal, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, it was very stressful, but you know, I met a lot of great coaches and a lot of great people, and just having those conversations, it moves really quick. So it's hard to build those relationships that fast, but I think with Penn State, they hit me up very early in the portal window, and I got to make those relationships, get on my visit really quick, and we just built those relationships very fast, and it was very genuine.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out, what do I like about them? What do they like about me? Can I trust the things that they're saying? Can you talk us through like what those conversations were like when someone first calls you? What are they saying to you about? Are they pitching Penn State, or are they just trying to get to know you?
I think it's a little bit of both. I actually knew Coach Lustig, who's the special teams coordinator. He was at Syracuse my first year, so there was a connection there. And then I know some of the coaches had reached out to other people that asked about me, and they said that there were no bad things to say about me. So that was one of the main reasons why they were interested in me, and they believed in me, and they wanted me to be here.
It's such a long process, whether you're going through it as a high school recruit or then for you, a very short amount of time, but you're making a big decision. How much trust do you have in this coaching staff? You mentioned Coach Lustig, the special teams coordinator, also gets involved in the defensive side of the ball, but that's a guy you know, you've seen the way he operates, you can talk to other people about what he brings. Does that help add in that trust factor? If he's saying this is a good place, maybe I can believe that too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you talk to people that you know from the past and they have good reviews, and people that you can trust say the same thing, I mean, it's like a no-brainer, and it's obviously going to make you believe what they're saying is true. So I have a lot of trust in the coaching staff and everybody that's around. So like I said, I'm just excited.
You're going to join a wide receiver room under Coach Marcus Hagans. What are those conversations like? He obviously took in Julian Fleming last year from Ohio State. No stranger to transfer wide receivers here, but what do you like about him and the way that he runs a wide receiver room?
My first conversation with him was really just him trying to get to know me, who I am as a person. And I really like that because, you know, you might have a really good player, but they might not be a good person. So just talking to him and getting to know him too, it was really interesting. And you know, I got to meet his family and his kids. So I really like him as a coach and as a person too. And you know, I think he does a great job. And like you said, they got the transfers, but you know, like I said, I'm excited.
Yeah, let's talk about the room just a little bit here. Again, wide receivers have transferred into Penn State in the last couple of years, but this year in particular, Devontae Ross, Kyron Hudson, you, now 3 huge pieces as wide receivers transferring in. How much can you guys learn from the fact that you came from different programs? You all bring a little bit of a different skill set. Are you going to try and learn from each other, and how do you fit in that room?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's always best to learn from your peers and try to add stuff from their game to your game. So us all coming from different schools, it gives a different perspective, and also having the players that have already been here, been through the system, you just get to learn different ways to improve your game and get better as a group.
There's so much to be excited about, I think, for the way that this offense put a lot of stuff on tape last year, and I'm sure you've started to comb through that, right? A college football playoff semifinal appearance, Drew Allar coming back for his 4th season, potentially, you know, a Heisman hopeful there. How much does that play into it, too? You get to play with a quarterback who's established here at Penn State, playing under second-year coordinator Andy Kotelnicki. I mean, the guy throwing you the ball knows what it takes to play at Penn State. Did that factor in at all?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, going into it, I already had tried to check out their roster and see what they did in the past. I seen they had Drew. Obviously, he's a great quarterback and one of the top in the country. I seen they had two 1,000-yard running backs returning. That's obviously a big piece. And they had Tyler Warren, who left, and he had a lot of production last year. They also had their other two top receivers leave. So, you know, there's just a lot on the table, and you know, I just feel like with all the pieces coming in, like, we could do something very special.
Yeah, a ton of opportunity here. You mentioned Tyler Warren, Penn State's leading receiver last year as a tight end, kind of got involved all over the offense, but you saw he came back to Penn State, could have gone to the NFL before last season, comes back, turns himself into a first-round draft pick, top 15, goes 14th to the Colts overall. When you're looking at the model, right, of Penn State developing guys into the NFL, how much do you look at a guy like Tyler Warren, who could have gone, took a shot, came here for one more year, and really skyrocketed his NFL potential?
Yeah, I think it just shows his trust in the program and in the coaches, and that they're going to get him in the right spot, and just to believe in them and do whatever they ask him to do. And, you know, based off his film, I don't know him personally, but he was used in a variety of ways, whatever it was, like screens, wildcat, just making plays all over the field. So, you know, you have that trust in the coaches just to put you in the right spot to make those plays. You know, the sky's the limit.
Do you like that versatility, the way that Andy Kotelnicki doesn't really care what your position is? If he thinks you can make a play, he's going to use you. Do you like that?
Yeah, I think that's great. You know, I think that's what football is. You got to have matchups and have your best players get the ball. So, obviously, he made a lot of plays last year, and it was hard for teams to stop him. So that takes a lot. It's a lot of stress on the defense, and then it opens up other guys. So I think that's good.
Penn State loves competition, right? Iron sharpens iron. They want a bunch of guys at the same position to be bringing the best out of each other within the program. There's going to be a spot for a leading wide receiver here. What do you want? Do you want that spot? Do you want those catches? And how do you go about cementing yourself as the top wide receiver in this program?
Yeah, I mean, I think since I'm a new guy, I came in late. I just got to go in and prove myself every day. Just continue to work hard and just build trust with the guys, with the quarterback, with the coaches, just with everybody.
It's your 6th season of college football coming up. How much do you learn about yourself as you go through your career at Syracuse and you're trying to adapt to a new place away from home and a new roster and then new coaches as well? Like, how much did you learn from your Syracuse career overall?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely learned a lot. I went in as a boy. I came out as a man because I spent 5 years there, and it really changed me. And I had a lot of ups and downs over there, but I don't regret anything I did, and I'm happy I did my time there. It's just, I feel like that chapter's closed, and it's time to start the next one.
I love that. I think you learn so much about yourself, especially from those years, right? Like 18 to 22 or 23 years old, and how much you can develop. And let's talk about it up, because last season, a career year for you, 84 catches, 941 yards, 9 touchdowns. I could talk about it forever. I mean, it felt like if they needed a play, they went to you. What unlocked in your game that allowed you to have so much success last year?
It's really hard to say. I don't really know what happened, but you know, we had a new coaching staff come in, and they did a great job. We had more players come in. We had Kyle McCord and a lot of other transfers come in, and we also had a lot of guys that came in my class and been on the team for a while. So we had all the pieces to be successful, and everything just fell in place, and it just felt right.
I think about that Miami game, right? Obviously a huge win for the Syracuse program, but also just the game that you had and really leaving a legacy there. What's it like when you're putting all those pieces together? You have such a good season, a little up and down at times, but to end the way that you guys did you feel like, you know, you as a player were building into that potential that I'm sure you knew you always had? Yeah,
I mean, that was just like, obviously we didn't get to where we wanted to be, but for that being the last game in the Dome, we ended it off the right way. And I think Miami was ranked 6th at the time. And a lot of the people, they were saying that we were gonna lose, like they had Cam Ward and all these players, and we weren't gonna win. And we didn't listen to any of that. We just focused on ourselves. We were worried about what we had to do, not them. And I know we were down early. I think we were down 21, but we knew what we had to do. We knew we had to come back and just play one play at a time. And so slowly over the process of the game, like we started coming back, and we ended up winning.
Yeah, Cam Ward, by the way, first overall pick in the NFL draft. But I think that shows the belief that maybe that team had, but also you have in yourself. Do you mind when people doubt you, when they say, I'm not sure they even have a shot? Like, do you wear that chip on your shoulder a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's good to prove people wrong, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's going to have what they want to say. It doesn't mean it's true, but, you know, you can't let that affect you. You got to just do what you do, have tunnel vision, and just focus, be where your feet are.
Right now your feet are in Happy Valley. I think about the way you just said, right? They took me from a boy, made me into a man, and now I'm on to my next chapter. What are you trying to prove in this season here at Happy Valley? Why was it the motivation to transfer and to come here?
You know, I have one season left, and I just wanted to put myself in the best situation possible. And, you know, the team they got here, the tradition and all they win games, and they got a great team around them, great coaching staff. I just felt like it was the best fit for me, best situation for me to get where I wanted to go in the future.
They're a field goal away from going to the national title game, right? But in that game against Notre Dame, there wasn't a catch for a wide receiver. How much of an impact do you think you can make then, or the wide receiver room as a whole can make, just giving this offense more options, right? If you guys are performing, it takes pressure off the 2,000-yard running backs and Nick Singleton and Katron Allen. It opens up the tight end game a little bit more. But in your words, how important is it to have a successful wide receiver room in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to run the ball, you got to be able to throw the ball to win games. So they obviously had the two great running backs, and we had the pieces to throw the ball too. So you just have to be able to play complementary football to win games. You can't be one-dimensional.
This is a timing game, right, between a quarterback and a wide receiver. As you mentioned, you're coming in after spring ball with the spring game just about to happen. How do you attack this summer to make sure that when they get into fall camp, you've got the right chemistry going?
Yeah, I mean, I think first of all, I got to go get in the playbook and start to learn everything that I've missed and study, honestly. And then just make sure I get spend time with the guys and just build that trust off the field, and that will translate on the field.
Penn State, as I said, no stranger to having transfers in, and they all say that this is a team that embraces you. What are your conversations like right now as you try and get to know those guys? Who are you going to first, and are you feeling like people are going to take you under their wing?
Yeah, when I was here last week, I met with Drew, and he's a good person. He's a good dude and great quarterback. So I don't think we're going to have a problem getting on the same page and building a connection. But I guess for the other guys, just try to get to know them as a person and why they play, and talk to them on a deeper level than just how are you doing, stuff like that. So just try to get to know them and try to create that bond.
Coach K's playbook, I think, is like 6 textbooks big, right? He runs a lot of different wrinkles. He's got a lot of different trick plays that he likes and things like that. What is Coach K like in your early conversations, and watching it on tape to see an offense like this where we're putting linemen in motion at times? Like, how excited are you for that creativity piece too?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely exciting. You know, talking to Coach K, he seems like he's very smart, and he knows what he wants to do. And I actually talked to a few other people asking about him, and they all said the same thing. They think he's a great dude and a very talented mind, and he puts his best players in position to succeed. So I like how creative he is and how he gets people open and uses specific players. But yeah, I'm excited.
I think Penn State has shown, especially this offseason, they're committed to trying to win a national championship, not in 5 years, but this year. And it's good because you got 1 year here. When you look at Drew coming back and wanting to develop his game and win a national title, Coach Franklin bringing in Jim Knowles on the defensive side and wanting to win a national title, you coming in, do you feel like the way the program is attacking this, it's not just, hey, it's nice if we go to a cool bowl game or maybe make the playoffs. Do you like that the expectation is we want to go win a title?
Yeah, I think you got to play football to be the best. Like, you got to be competitive. You got to be wanting to be the best in anything you do. So to have that expectation, I wouldn't say it's normal, but it's expected. You want to be the best. So just to be part of that is something special.
James Franklin has a track record here of not only the success on the field, but getting guys into the NFL. Did that factor into your decision, seeing the way that they've been able to develop guys, and now we're talking about 2 guys in the top 15 just this week?
Yeah, I mean, Penn State, everybody knows Penn State. Like, to go back home, they love Penn State. So just to be on a stage like this and have this community behind you, it's just special. It's something to dream of as a kid.
And not too far away from home for you in New York, to be able to have family come here. What are they thinking about Happy Valley? They got their tickets ready to go for the fall. How excited is your family about being here?
I actually got my family in Jersey, so it's only about like 4 hours away. And it's actually closer to from home than Syracuse, so it's really good to be able to have them just a car ride away. So that was another big factor in why I decided to come here.
I think we think about the things that Penn State has, right? If you're a 18-year-old kid or 23 trying to figure out if you want to come here, it's Beaver Stadium and 110,000 people in there. You're about to have your first opportunity to see it here for the spring game. But what is that? Have you heard about the environment or watched it on TV or played NCAA 25 and you're seeing the whole thing shake? Like, what do you think about getting to play in a venue like that? It's the biggest one in the country.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy to think of, but you know, I see it on the game, I see it on videos, like the whiteout. It's exciting, and it's like something you dream of as a kid, and not everybody gets that opportunity, so I'm just so grateful to be in this spot right now.
Yeah, and it's a fan base that spans the entire country. I think you'll feel that as you're traveling with the team this year and then on into your NFL future. But when you think about the expectation that they have as well, are you afraid that the fan base is also one that lives and dies by this program, loves the players, but wants, you know, a ton of success in the field? Or do you like that pressure of people expecting you guys to be good?
I like it, honestly, because, you know, the pressure makes diamonds. So you got to be able to make plays under stressful situations if you want to get to where you want to get to in the future. So there's going to be pressure wherever you play, honestly. So obviously it might be a little bit more here with all the fans and how much they love the team, but you got to be able to stay calm in all situations and be able to produce and be good in those stressful moments.
Of course, your play on the field speaks to who you are as a player, but I don't think we often get a ton of time to get to know who the guy is underneath the helmet and try and figure out what motivates you. When you think about who Trebor is as a person, not a football player, what matters to you most?
Honestly, I want to be able to take care of my family in the future. And, you know, they've done so much for me in the past and helped me get to where I got to now. So everybody that's supported me and helped me along this journey, I just want to be able to repay them. I think it's just my family, my friends, everybody that supported me I met along the way. Like, they all matter so much, and I want to do whatever I can to help them out and repay them.
Do you think that value aligns with Penn State? James Franklin talks a ton about family. The coaches, they feel like they're a family. They say it, but everyone who comes through here at the end of it says, no, it really is different. Are you already starting to feel that as they try and help you get here onto campus and get your feet under you?
Yeah, I definitely believe that's true. And, you know, even just through our little conversations that we've had, like, they seem so genuine, and they when they want you, and they tell you that. And they show it to you rather than just speaking it. So I believe that they have a family environment here, and I'm excited.
Yeah, to develop you into that NFL player. What do you want to show in this last year here? Where do you feel like you want to take your game? If we're sitting here in December or hopefully January with a national title, where do you think you want to see the most improvement before you try and go to the league?
You know, I just want to help this team win and do whatever I can to help get to that point. And whatever comes with it, whatever they ask me to do, just be able to do it at a high level.
I love this. You didn't say a single goal this entire time we've been talking that's for Trebor. It's always Penn State. I want to help them win. I want to see, you know, how we can all help each other. Is that who you are, team first guy? I
would say so. I think so. And, you know, I feel like some people might not agree, but at the end of the day, it's a team game, so you can't succeed unless the team succeeds. So, yeah.
I get the sense you don't talk a lot. You let your play do the talking for you, huh?
Yeah, I've never really been a talking in person, but on the field, I like to just keep my head down and just work.
All right. Well, we are excited to have you in Happy Valley and excited to see you here in 2025.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.